Thank you for listening to another episode of the Upstate Golf Guys podcast, where 518 golfs the Cape. We hope you enjoy. Not recording. Oh, there it goes.
Hello, Robert. This is Sue Dillon, and we are just calling to confirm the $500.69 it's trying to go through to the Trump Foundation.
I didn't send anything to Trump, okay?
We have your name and number down along.
You got the wrong number. This is not me. I'm not sending a dime.
Are you Robert?
Yes.
Okay.
Robert, who's not giving a dime to Trump?
Are you sure? Because we're about to push it through right now.
Don't you dare push anything through that's mine, and you got to be on crack. So I didn't send anything.
I know a lot of people have this reaction because it's hard, to be seen when you are so generous. It's no need for that, honey.
Okay. Don't worry about it. I understand.
There's no judgment.
I'm going to hang up. Love you.
Yeah, the best part about that, bro, is for people who aren't watching or just listeners, is she has a cigarette as an earring.
That's Sue Dillon, baby. That's Sue Dillon. She does prank calls for the modern folks. Yeah, the shit was funny, dude.
That's funny.
Absolutely. Well, it's that time of year, and I figured I'd throw out a little prank call.
Yeah, man.
Prank call. She does that for the other side as well. She'll call up Trump people and do the same thing, and they'll get all mad and yell at her the same way. It's crazy, man. It's crazy with the divide right now in the country.
It's nuts, bro. It really is. Like I'm looking up some articles now as we're talking about it. I mean, they're saying it's literally neck and neck. Trump and Harris each receiving 49% support among likely voters, with the remaining 2% saying they would back another candidate. So I don't know, man. It's going to be an interesting couple days here.
All right. So here's the thing, Raj. I'm a numbers guy. You know me. I'm a numbers guy. I'm always checking the numbers on the podcast. I'm always checking numbers on everything.
Bro, I couldn't tell you the last time I looked at my PPP numbers.
I'm crazy. I'm nuts. I know. But listen, numbers on the polls.
Yep.
Do you remember? You have a computer in front of you right now?
I do.
Do me a favor. Look up what the polls were in 2016 with Hillary. What did the poll say in 2016?
Let's see what pops up. I just typed in 2016
presidential polls. I think Hillary was like a 3-1 favorite. Like,
yeah, the chance of winning was 71%.
71%.
That's wild, bro.
All right, now go check.
That was November 8th, 2016.
That was right. That was her. She was a huge favorite, bro. This was
shit.
Now go look at 2020 with Biden. What was 2020 polls? It wasn't that big of a favorite, but he was a pretty big favorite.
Whew. Whoops. Let me go back. Let me go to the same site they gave me.
Yeah. Use that one.
Let's see.
I want to say he was like 60-40, maybe
Yeah, it's something like that.
somewhere around there.
And that's not popping up the same way it did for the Hillary one. Because those we don't know what numbers are really true.
That's true. That's true. All right. So what I'm saying, I
Oh,
think
here we go.
Go ahead. What does it say? Give me something.
Yeah, Biden was at 51%. Trump was at 47%.
All right. So he was the favorite. But right now they're saying it's even, right?
Yeah, it's literally neck and neck at 48%.
Would you say people are more fed up now than 2020?
I mean, so here's the thing though, dude. Like you would honestly think so, but it's crazy when you're driving around, dude, how many I'm fed up with the way it's going. I'm sick of paying overpriced for paying too much for things. I'm sick of paying too much for gas. The whole 9 yards, the way the world is. I'm done. Like it's enough is enough here. Like this isn't the world our kids should have to grow up in. Like the way it was, 4 years prior to all this chaos was the best it's been in a long time. So I'm willing to give that another shot and hopefully carry it on in that tradition and stays. But the amount of shit, the signs I see for Harris and Waltz and all over the place, man. It's the bumper stickers, the lawn signs. It's like these people really like the way this is going. It's I don't even think they do. I think that the media has it so brainwashed in their head that the orange man Trump is bad.
They just
You
hate
know what I mean?
so much.
They're calling him a Nazi. They're doing all this crazy shit, dude. It's like
People really think he's gonna be. People think he's gonna be a dictator. I'm like, are you guys really serious? You think he's just gonna come out of nowhere and then the Supreme Court is gonna allow this and everything's gonna allow this guy just to become a dictator and no one else? They're like, oh my God, he's gonna be a dictator. And listen, I have 2 girls. Okay, I do have a heart for women's rights. Don't get me wrong, I do. I want them to have a choice, but right now there is way bigger fish to fry. If that's
absolutely,
listen, when I talk to a lot of my customers in a civil conversation, that is 90% of their argument, and that's all they have.
Yep.
Trump's taking away women's rights when he's really not. He's leaving it to the states, is what he's doing. And listen, it's not going anywhere in New York. And it really, there's very few states where it's going to be.
Pennsylvania, Iowa, those are all big states, man.
Right.
Where it comes down to for the election wise. But,
no, yeah. I'm talking about, I'm saying though,
you're talking like the Prop 1 shit and
all that, but
yeah, I don't know much. I don't know much about that. I just know there's some sneaky shit that's tied into that fucking bill. Like that's the other thing, man. Like I just don't trust in these people in general, dude. It's tough. It's really, really tough. I mean, I know we had some videos we were going to talk about the other day. I don't know if any of them were election related or anything like that you had up there that you sent us.
Well, I mean, not really election. A couple of them were actually Diddy related. I want to get into Diddy a little bit.
Yeah, Kamala's probably been at a Diddy party. She used her rise to fame was, remember the song "This Is How We Do It" by Montel Jordan?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, she was Montel Jordan's side piece, dude.
Yeah, she was.
Like, come on, man. Like, this is like what I'm talking about. Like, what is she? People argue like and say, "Oh, she's done so much." What has she done? She hasn't done nothing. She's opened the borders. She hasn't done nothing, man. It's crazy.
We're in trouble, man. I don't think she's gonna win, though. I really don't. Like I said, numbers in history, the way polls have been, you got to give him at least 10 more points.
Well, they already found voter fraud in one state already. Someone reported that right before the last minute to send in for like your mail-in ballot. There was 2,500 ballots or things sent in requesting with some people who have already voted. It was all in the same handwriting. It was all signed like pretty much the same way. Pennsylvania fraud claims.
Here's my question, Roger. Here's my question. We could right now go click on a running poll and we could see our vote in live time and a live running poll.
Mm-hmm.
Why can't we figure out a way where we literally see a live running poll? Like when your vote goes in, that's vote number 3,462 for whoever, and it stamps out, and that's it. And then like you could keep an eye on this running poll. There's got to be a better way to do the system. Like I voted and I put my sheet in this little machine, and I don't know what it actually did when it went to that machine. I don't know if things change.
You want to hear how to
ahead.
solve that problem? Is everybody, you have a number on your driver's license, or you have a number on some type of county ID, or like, you know, people don't have a driver's license, they go down to the sheriff's office and get the little ID badge, whatever that is. Those all have numbers on them. They're all numbered to you. Same thing when you were in high school, you had a student ID number. Everybody gets a number on your ID. That number should be the way you go and register to vote. I don't understand the problem with, oh, it's racist or whatever they're saying it is, to make sure people have IDs and people can't afford it. It's $18 to get a driver's license, a copy of your driver's license. I just had to do it because I had to go. Mine was broken. I had to get a new one. It costs $18. I'm pretty sure people can go return cans for $18 to get a license if they want to vote that bad.
Or just like it's not, you don't even need to get a license, an actual driver's license, just an ID card. Just
some ID card that number goes into the system and that tracks you. And then that's how people are tracked. And then you can see where your vote is and everything else. That way you don't have, now with the open borders, we don't know the people who aren't voting. Like my one brother is probably not going to vote. So does that mean that his vote's going to be registered automatically to the Democrat or Republican side? Like, is it going to be rigged to where it's going to be put in one way or the other? Or is some migrant going to use, or some, you know what I mean, whatever they're doing, going to come in and use his name as a vote kind of thing? Because he's not going to vote. Like, it's, who knows? Yeah, people. Last election, people's cats were voting. Like, we're coming in as voters.
Well, I mean, listen, this is something not new. My dad tells me stories.
And it's both sides. It's the history. 100%. It's been both sides.
That's what I was going to say. This was like 30, 40 years ago. My dad was saying, you know, Albany County was known for this, where I forgot who he was. He was actually campaigning for, I think it was Graziano. I want to say one of his buddies, John Graziano, who was a Republican, never had a shot in Albany County, but he was starting to win and starting to take off. All of a sudden, just people coming out of the graves voting, man, just votes. It's like they found the votes, you know?
Right, exactly. It's nuts. And then
they always do. It's been happening for years, man. Both sides, though. Both sides.
But what we got to realize too, as just like the shit that really matters, like the presidential election isn't that big of a deal to like the average person. Local matters more to what happens to us. So like people really have to pay attention to their local politics as well. And I think a lot of the times that shit just gets swept under the rug to the bigger fish of what's going on with these guys and, you know, all that other crazy shit that goes on, like the Diddy parties and everything else. That's a whole different story, though. There's Diddy situation.
Yeah, man. What do you think's gonna happen there, bro? You think, I mean, shit's gonna go down? I know. I'll tell you one thing. I know J-Lo and Beyonce and LeBron, all the ones endorsing Kamala. I think they're looking for a presidential pardon. Is what I think they're looking for.
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, did you see the whole thing with Beyonce? That all these singers are always like, I want to thank Beyonce.
Yeah, I just saw that today.
Yeah, bro. There's some crazy shit, man. There's Tinfoil. Shout out Sam Tripoli and XG. They just had an episode all about that shit, dude.
Is it just dropped with those guys with Beyonce?
They came out last week. Yeah, it was
all right. I gotta listen to that one.
Not the most recent one. It might even been the most recent one. Yeah.
Everybody, even back to when Kanye did that shit with the Beyonce and like went up and grabbed the
save Taylor Swift, dude.
Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
Here, check this video out, man. It's only a minute long. It's a LeBron and P. Diddy thing, but we might as well check this out while we're on topic.
LeBron got Diddy's name tattooed on his arm for a $100 million deal. At Diddy's party, LeBron was invited by Diddy to enter a mysterious room. This room is forbidden to bring any electronic devices and is full of hidden surveillance cameras. Diddy offered to buy LeBron's body for $100 million and film things that LeBron did not want to be made public. In order to protect his public image, LeBron asked Diddy not to make the video he filmed public. Diddy agreed and asked LeBron to be his toy. Since then, LeBron has said that Diddy's party is the best party in the world. Even at a concert, 50 Cent mentioned, "This is why I don't go to Diddy's party, because these people always want to hug him and fight back." With the news of Diddy's arrest, LeBron realized that he had to take action to rescue this former ally. He didn't want more scandals to be exposed because this might further damage his image. After all, the current #1 on the list has given him a headache. This has led to people wondering if he is an accomplice of P. Diddy.
So LeBron is very. How deep you want to go down this conspiracy thing right here? Because I can go deep with LeBron.
Let's go real quick. I mean, why not? Let's go into it.
There's this group called the Boule. So there's like the Freemasons, and then there's the Boule. So the Boule is like the African American portion of the Masons. So LeBron has, most of the time it's like fraternity driven and shit like that, but LeBron never went to college. And if you look up, and I don't know if you have access to looking something up, but the LeBron's tattoo on his chest, and then look up the Boule symbol, Boule. That's the same symbol. So LeBron is obviously affiliated with the Boule. And then like the whole throwing the powder up in the air before the games that he does, he's throwing up a lot of Boule and satanic symbolism in that shit. So I think LeBron is part of the. I was a huge LeBron fan until he started getting real political, and then I started seeing all this stuff. He's I think he's part of the, as I call it, the dark arts, man. I think he's part of it.
Wow, I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah, I'm not wrong, right? What I just told you. Yeah.
No, it just said LeBron showing off the Boule tattoo.
Yep. So and then if you look at, people can do their own research. I always tell people to do your own research. You look up the Boule, and there's ties to Kobe Bryant with the Boule. There's it gets deep, man. It gets.
Well, that
deep.
was another thing. What did in that same Beyonce thing with she was at Beyonce was at Kobe's funeral, and supposedly like she was smiling and like smirking at one point, and
I mean,
like,
dude,
it just looked shady. I don't know. Just that they said, why is she smiling? Why is she smirking here at Kobe's funeral?
Yeah, there's the Queen Bee, and like you got to listen to the tinfoil. I don't remember it enough to really go deep on that. But with like LeBron, dude, he definitely like sold his soul, and it's, I don't know, man. These guys will do anything to be famous, dude. It really, people will do anything to be famous and set up their family for generations to come, and it's
crazy.
It's crazy, dude. Like, but LeBron does like some real shiesty shit with the hand symbolism and shit like that.
I believe it, man. I believe it, man. It's really scary, man. It's really scary. Listen, let's go into a short intermission. We'll give our sponsor a quick shout out, and we'll wrap this thing up. We'll do a short one tonight, my man.
All right, cool. Hey, Mike, you know anybody does any roofing?
Actually, I do, Raj.
Who you got for me, man?
Dude named Tom Murphy did my boss's roof. Actually does hands-on work.
Gets right up there on the roof, huh? The owner of the company?
He does. Knows his shit, too.
That's awesome, man. Is this Thomas Paul Construction?
Yep, that's him.
Man, I heard nothing but good things about them. I'm actually on their Facebook page right now looking up some things. The pictures, the aerial view, they're really cool. He gets up there with the drone. You can see the before and afters of some of the work they've done. Go check them out on Facebook. They're a new sponsor here, the Upstate Golf Guys. So make sure you guys go support Thomas Paul Construction, roofing and siding. Thomas Paul Construction LLC is a full-service construction company who specializes in roofing and siding, covering the greater capital region. You can reach them at 518-308-6794. Once again, 518-308-6794. And make sure to go check out their Facebook page, see some pictures of what they've done in the past, and let them know the Upstate Golf Guys sent you.
I mean, what can't Donald Trump do? Look at this picture, bro. Look at it.
That's awesome, dude. That's AI, but that's awesome.
My man is fixing the ice cream machine that is always broken at McDonald's. Okay.
That's AI, bro. For sure.
I already know, but I'm saying he'll end the wars. Okay, bring gas down, and he'll fix the ice cream machine at McDonald's. Right, so
that's fucking awesome.
So funny though, but I mean, listen, I think the media has to miss the guy a little bit, just from how much he talks and answers questions, and he was good. He was good for everybody,
He was
man.
good for Twitter. Like I don't really use Twitter as much. Like I use it during football season because I follow a lot of Kane stuff on there. But like once football's over, dude, I don't really go on Twitter as much as I used to because I was on there every day just to see what he was posting.
Listen, here's the thing, Rod.
He'd be a great stand-up guy.
Here's exactly, and all right, everybody hates it, but the best thing about the Twitter and Trump was we were hearing it directly from him, the president, and we knew it was from him because it's shit that he would say.
Right.
So, like, talk about a transparent president. Like, we knew exactly what was on this guy's mind at that time because he was just tweeting all day long. And, like, isn't that what you want? Isn't that what we want? Don't we want somebody that's what they're thinking and what they want to do and put warnings out there to motherfuckers if they're like, you know, if they put a little threat, listen, I will bomb your ass and blow you to smithereens. Like, why do you think we had no fucking wars, dude?
We didn't have wars for 4 years, man. We pulled out everything. Like, everything was good. Everything was good. Like, our relationship with Russia, China, and Korea was
How about this?
Good.
How about this crazy son of a bitch over there in North Korea? And so, do you know that he was the first president ever, not ever, I don't want to say ever, but I think since North Korea and South Korea like hated each other, to get those two leaders to talk, Kim Jong-un and the South Korea leader shook hands. Do you know who that was that got those two to fucking talk?
He's a businessman.
Donald Trump. Look it up. It was Donald Trump.
I believe it.
It was. I mean, he got those two guys to talk. Whatever happened with their negotiations with North and South Korea, it was Trump that got them to talk. Okay.
What about did you have a chance to watch Trump on Rogan or listen?
I didn't get to listen to that yet. No.
You got to listen to that one. That's really good. I mean, you got to listen to the episode before. Another shout out to Sammy T. Tripoli was on the episode before promoting his special, and they got pretty deep on there. And there was a couple of things like when Tripoli hits Rogan with a conspiracy he never heard of before, it's always interesting because then all of a sudden Rogan's like diving down the rabbit hole of like, he wants to make sure it's like factual.
That was huge. That's huge for your boy, though. I was really happy for him that he got on there, man.
They're boys, though. They've been boys since the early '90s and shit.
No, I know, but I mean Rogan with what he's doing now. I mean, just to get on there, that's great, man. Good for him.
Yeah, but he's trying to get KAMALA on too, but they want it to be like a scripted, and Joe Rogan's not going to really do that. He wants to just have a conversation. He says that he wants to have a conversation with her and just find out who she is as a person. He won't even ask her about policies and everything else.
Yeah, no, I dig it, man, and she's too fake, and if people don't see it, man, I really don't want to bother with you, man, if you don't see her true colors.
Here's my thing, at this point, if you don't see what's going on, there's no helping you now. Like, it's too late.
One of our best friends, Brad Scrounge, one of our partners, man, he's lost, but you know, I still love the guy.
Yeah, it doesn't mean I'm not going to call him to play golf on a Sunday.
Nah, I love him like a brother. His old man and I always pick on him, and we always team up on him, and we just say, "Kid, you're lost," but it's all right. It's all right, man. Things will change, and people will learn eventually.
Was he in your group today? He wasn't in your group today.
No, he was in Mikey's group. I'll tell you what. I changed the mind of probably 4 or 5 voters on Friday, and in just calm ways, like because I'm tell people my story and how it is affecting me right now with the high interest rates and the high grocery prices and the high gas prices and everything. We're not going to get out of this apartment anytime soon with the way interest rates are.
Sure, dude.
It's the way taxes just keep going up. You can't keep up with them.
My buddy was looking for a car, dude. This, like the car prices are out of control.
Out of sight. It's really scary, man. And everybody, you could hate Trump all you want, but you know damn well you were in better shape in your pockets, safety wise. He wanted to build that wall. You guys were all laughing. Everybody,
Yeah, but the one that Barack started and Biden tried to finish, like it's so crazy.
Yep. And now she wants to finish. She wants to finish.
She went down there for 20 minutes.
It's sick, man.
And that's really the thing too. Like the people who think it's like, yeah, you let these people in. Like I don't mind them coming in, but come in the right way. Come in and get papers. Come in and do it the right way. Like, but like you can't just. Here's my thing. This is what I was saying to Fairway the other day. Is I gave him this example. I said, bro, if there's all right. So here's the thing. Your kid comes up to you. He's got nowhere to live. He's hungry and needs a place to stay. Or some migrant who illegally came into the country, who God knows what, like, 'cause most of these people that are coming over, I'm not trying to sound racist or anything like that, but they have criminal records. Like, they're seeing it. The stats are showing that, like, there's convicted rapists and
Well, how about
murderers and
this?
everything that's
You know,
coming
that's
over.
not only that, the stats in Venezuela and like their crime
Yeah.
rates are going down.
Yeah, because they're all
They're
coming
going
here.
down. They're going down, dude. So
They're coming here.
yes.
So I said to him, I said, Mike, you would most likely you would take that money and in food and give it to your kid opposed to the person or overseas or from another country. He goes, well, yeah. I go, then why doesn't the United States take care of our home base? We have so many homeless veterans. We have a homeless problem. We have people are starving out here. Like, people are constantly struggling, but yet our country thinks it's okay to go give billions and billions of dollars to we're giving all this money to Ukraine. We're trying to let all these people in, and we're giving them $900 a month on a credit card and free housing, and they don't have any bills, and they're getting cell phones and getting all this shit. And why we're out here busting our ass every day at
And they're
work,
eating our dogs.
and then they're eating our dogs. But, like, you know what I'm saying though? Like, why not take care of home base first?
No, I get it.
And then worry about
100%.
everybody else. I mean, that's the problem with America. We don't take care of home base.
We sure do not. But yeah, dude, it's disgusting. I can't get out of my fucking house, and these guys are getting down payments on houses out in California that are like $1 million homes. The stories I'm hearing, I'm truly hopeful. I'm hoping they're not true. But I
That's
feel
the
they
thing.
are.
We don't know what's true
Yeah.
and what's not. That's
Right.
the downside. Is you
I don't
truly
believe.
don't know what's true and what's not.
Yes, I really don't believe the internet anymore. So, but I do see shit with my own eyes, and I see a lot of crime out there on the streets of Albany where I work every day, and it's a filth hole out there.
Go on YouTube, bro, and just type in tour of Albany, and you'll see people like YouTube guys who go and tour like cities and like do like behind the scenes of like capitals and all this. The one guy's like, dude, he goes, I drove through Albany for 20 minutes. I did not see one reason why I should have stayed, and I started headed out towards Buffalo.
Yeah, it's a zombie land, man. There's boarded up buildings everywhere.
Everywhere.
It's and this is the state capital, man, and it's the highest tax state. It really is. It's disgusting. I was just down in South Carolina, and taxes on homes the same size as homes I'll be looking for are like $1,000 a year compared to like $10,000 a year.
Yep.
And gas was like $1.77 or $1.87 a gallon.
Was it really?
Yeah, it was under $2 a gallon.
Jeez.
And everything was a lot cheaper, man. Just everything was.
Yeah, dude.
It was just cost of living is so much cheaper.
And doesn't it make you wonder why? And it's nice out 10 months out of the year. So why not just hang out and move down there? What are we doing here? What are we doing?
Well, that's what the guy said. I was actually talking to one of the guys that cleans the carts, and he only makes like 50,000 on the books, but he said he makes another 50,000 a year in tips.
Right.
He goes, and then the cost of living is, he was actually moved down there from New York City area or whatever, and he got out of the city, and said cost of living is like a third of the price. So.
Yeah, the city's ridiculous. Like, city's double what we pay up here for shit.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
It's wild. Absolutely
it really
wild.
is.
So, yeah, what's coming up with the podcast, man? I know you always got shit going on. Who we got coming up for some guests, man?
Yeah, man. Friday we got Vanguard Hockey. They're out of Minnesota. We're gonna have Marty McDaniel back on with them.
Oh, shout out Marty McDaniel.
Marty. Oh shit. Okay, love it, Marty. That'll be a fun one because this guy actually has a hockey camp, and he has trained some professionals that are in the league right now and a couple guys that are going to be number one picks. So I know Marty's actually excited to get him on with us because we have some hockey listeners as well, because
Mikey's going to be on that episode, right?
Absolutely.
Good, because I don't know shit about hockey, bro.
And then the following week, we're gonna my buddy Mike that I met at the Golf Week AM tour. He is from Florida. He's a club fitter and a good guy. He's like us. He likes the conspiracy stuff, and he's a fun guy to talk to. So I think he'll fit in with us. And then we have Gopher Tees coming on.
Yeah.
That's in 3 weeks, and he's got some new tees coming out.
Yeah.
He's going to show off, so that should be pretty
Dope.
cool. Hoping we're still golfing by then. We'll see what happens. I know we're golfing next week.
Yeah, we'll be out there next Sunday. Good little
Yep.
scramble today. We had a lot of fun out there today with the crew.
Absolutely, man. It
Yeah,
really
that
was a good
good
time.
time.
Today was a really good day. I
And the
enjoyed my
weather,
group.
bro, turned out to be like, it was
Beautiful.
only 50, 51, 52, but like with the sun out, it felt
There was
like
no wind. No wind, really.
wind, so it felt like a high 50, low 60 day.
Absolutely, brother. All right, man. We'll wrap this thing up. I'm tired. Figured we'd do a pop-up episode here, a little fun one, and probably piss a couple of my listeners off. But you know what? Everyone's got to get over it.
Hey, man.
Hey,
Enough is
man.
enough.
Hey, man. Oh, I should tell the Mike story before I close out, because I told it on yours.
Yeah, tell the fairway story.
Hey, man, the fairway. So we're coming up to 15, the last par 5 Freer Park, and we all put one out there. And fairway plays from the senior tees. I call them the fairway tees all day. Oh, we got to go up to the fairway tees, you know. So right before we got to the fairway tees, he goes, out of the blue. I didn't say anything all day. I swear to God on my kids. Hey, man, who are you voting for anyways? I'm like, Trump, obviously. What do you think? Like, you think I'm voting for that rat face? And he goes, hey, man, it's going to be the same old crap with that guy. It's going to be the same. You like what's going on? I'm like, well, I think you have things mixed up. It's going to be the same old crap with her, you know? What do you mean? And then, like, really calm voice. So he goes up, tees up the ball, dude, and he hits it like literally 3 feet, 4 feet to his left. He walks up all mad, picks us up. See, man, you made me mad. You made me mad, man. I'm like, Mike, you asked me, bro. What do you want me to say? And then what happened? You went off, right?
Same thing. A few days ago, me, him, and Hank were out there playing, and it was the same thing. Hank brought it up, and then I started giving my opinion. Fairway started giving his opinion, and it was a disagreement that carried on. And then I got going. He's like, dude, you need to calm down, man. You're getting too excited, man. My mother always says I get real excited, but I just get angry that like I'm even having the conversation about some of this shit, I guess, is what I'm at that point with people.
Well, I put a good one into perspective with him, because he wanted to know. We started riding. And I said, well, another thing is I think we need to be more energy independent. I said, we have plenty of oil to be able to dig and lower our gas prices. The Keystone Pipeline was going and started, and there was deals made from Canada and Mexico to lower our gas prices. And I was explaining this. I'm like, you should know this as a truck driver. Right. I said, and when gas prices go down, groceries are going to follow, because you should know that it takes a certain amount of gas to get product from point A to point B, and you're using fuel. I see it in the business, Roger. I see our service charge. When gas goes up, our service charge goes up from $5 to $10. You see it, I'm sure, with any service charges. They go, everybody's got to pay money for the fuel. And when fuel and diesel is through the roof, and it's still, everybody's saying it's back down, it's going back down. It's not where it can be. We have enough gas and oil on our land to get it under $1 a gallon if we fucking wanted to. But there's too many people that are like, I don't want to dig on our land.
Corporate greed, brother.
That's what it is. That's what it is at the end of the day. If you want to look into it, and listen, if anybody could do it clean, America could dig the cleanest in the world. We're all one world at the end of the day. Why
if Elon can catch rockets out of the air with chopsticks, we can figure out how to get our own oil.
Right. Why are we giving terrorists all this money? You know what I mean? Like, at the end of it. So that's another reason why. Come on. And so I told you know what? It's a respectable reason. Listen, and another thing, Trump, he could be an asshole. He could be very, very rude. I agree. But you know what? A lot of bosses are like that. I've had bosses in my life that I would never invite over for dinner with my family, but you know what? They run a damn good company. They run a damn good company. Why do you have to like the person and be friends with them? I want somebody that's mean and that takes no shit, and that other world leaders will be like, what will this guy do if we do something crazy? Like, he literally, I'll show you the video of when he was talking to John Daly about his threats to Putin, that he is like, literally, I will fucking destroy all of Russia if you do anything to Ukraine. Notice they did nothing. There was no war at all. He's like, I just threatened him. He goes, and he's a wild card. I want that wild card.
You gotta listen to
as a
that
leader.
Trump Rogan, bro. He talks a lot about his relationship with Putin and shit too on there.
Absolutely, man. And what was the other one? Was one of the other Taliban I think it was one of the Taliban guys.
Yeah.
He said he showed him
the
picture.
Taliban.
It was where he showed him a picture of his house when he said Sam whatever. He goes, I have your house on radar right now. He goes, if you do anything, he goes, and this is gonna blow to smithereens. It was something along those lines. And listen, don't you want a fucking wild card like that? Like
you do, you do and you don't. You know, there's the pros and the cons to it, and I could see both sides of people's opinions on that for sure. But
we were safer, bro. We were safer. Nobody was fucking with us. I don't care.
No, we didn't leave. We didn't leave billions of dollars worth of equipment over in Iraq.
No,
Trump,
nobody died. Nobody.
Like that.
No, nobody died under him. He had it. We were over there, but he had it in control. He was in control over there. So
it's wild, man. It's gonna be interesting to see what happens. When's this episode dropping? Tuesday?
No, I'm gonna drop this right now, brother. I'm gonna go in and put it together. No edit. Let it ride.
So yeah, Tuesday's gonna be a real interesting day.
Yeah.
God bless America. Otherwise, I feel like we're gonna start hearing the purge horns going off pretty soon.
Yo, shit might go crazy too with that episode with Sam on Joe Rogan and what they said right in the opening scene with the law that was passed too.
Yeah, dude. Oh shit! I wish I could
shit.
find that for you. Let me see. Yeah, dude. I don't.
Basically, some martial law shit. That's all.
Yeah, basically, they just reinstated a bill that will give military basically permission to shoot at and take out American citizens
if they're a threat. If they're considered a threat of some sort.
If they're protesting what the government says or does. It's coming.
We're fucked. All right, with that said, man. With that said, thank you for coming on, Raj.
Always.
It was a fun little conversation. I'm glad we got it in, and it was an awesome round of golf today. Hopefully, we get another couple rounds. And I'll be seeing you Friday night in studio because we are not missing it. It's been about a month, and we need to do that. So, thank you for listening to another episode of the Upstate Golf Guys podcast. We are going to purge, baby.